Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 15 of my Prog Talk series. Now, I have not done Prog Talk in quite a long time, and this actually might be the final episode of this series, but it's going to be a good topic. It's going to be on Prog and video games. And for this particular video, I'm not going to go into like the Guitar Hero stuff. That does not count. That doesn't count. But I'm going to discuss a little bit about Prog in video games, not including any Guitar Hero shit. Even like stuff that sounds a little Prog, even if it's not technically Prog, I'll still count it. And to me, if it sounds Prog, then I'll add it to this this list, whatever. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and let's get right into the topic of Prog and video games. So the first one, very obvious. Last Day of June. I played this game on my channel, and I'm not gonna lie, the game made me cry. Very sad game, but the music has been done by other than world-renowned prog artist Steven Wilson of Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree. Also has done a lot of collaboration with Michael Eichelfeld of Opeth. So yeah, so Last Day of June, definitely tons of progressive rock style kind of music in this game, because Steven Wilson, world-renowned prog artist. So that will be the first one on this list, Last Day of June. And I'm going to tell you, if you've never played this game, do so. It is such a great game, fantastic artwork, fantastic music. It might make you, might or might not make you cry, because it's a tough one to go through, but I highly recommend this game, and I highly recommend Steven Wilson if you don't listen to him, or Porcupine Tree. Very, very highly recommended. Anyway, on to the next one. So this one I'm going to put on the prog adjacent of this list. It's not exactly progressive, but to me, when I played this game a while back, it kind of had that vibe. It kind of, to me, there's a song in this game called Take Control by a band that doesn't really actually exist. It's kind of like a fictional band they made for not only just Control, but they also did it for Alan Wake, the Alan Wake series, and I guess there's a new Control coming out pretty soon, so that's pretty awesome. It's not already out already by the time this video comes out. But anyway, so there's a song by the Old Gods of Asgard, again, fictional band, called Take Control. There's a part in the game where you're going to a maze and stuff, and I was playing this game a while back, and I got to this part where you have to go through this crazy maze and shit, and you listen to headphones, this jam playing. I'm like, and I thought to myself, you know what? This feels prog. I can't display the songs, any song on this video, because copyright. So I'm not gonna do that. Can't do that. Sorry, just the way it is. But what was interesting is just like I'm like hearing the song, playing this game. I was like, man, this is prog. I looked it up. It's not prog, and the band that made the song is not an actual band. But it's like an actual band that made the song, but the band is not like a real band. I mean, it's weird and confusing. But anyway, so Control, the song, Take Control. Hey, fucking get out of here, you fucking asshole. Well, I had to edit some little tiny bit of video out because my cat decided to be a fucking asshole. Cats, am I right? But anyway, yeah. So Control, the song, Take Control, and the band, or faux band, you can say, Old Gods of Asgard. But yeah, Control would be kind of, Take Control would be prog adjacent. Not exactly prog, but definitely has that kind of vibe and sound to it. Anyway, Control, that's the next on my list. So this one might be kind of a cliche, but to me, this is what I think. So Halo 2 particularly, there was a part of the game, I don't know if you ever played Halo 2. There's a part of the game where you kind of have to fly around in a spaceship and kill a bunch of enemies, and like the vastness of space. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Halo 2. But anyway, there's the music that plays in this particular part of Halo 2 has a very progressive sound. I don't even know who the band is. I'll have to look that up and let you know once I do look that up. But it has like a very not just like a kind of a dream theater kind of vibe to it, but kind of like a Liquid Tension experiment kind of vibe to it. It's kind of cool. Hold on, I have an idea. Okay, so I looked up the song. It's called Follow in Flight, off the Halo 2 soundtrack, and then the part where you're flying around and fighting like other enemy ships and stuff. So the song is called Follow in Flight, and here's who the people that collaborate with the song. There's a bunch of collaborators. Of course, there's the main artist Halo, or the people who made the soundtrack. Paul Lipson, Lenny Moore, Brian Lee White, Tom Salta, and Brian Triffin. So yeah, if you hear the song, just look it up on Spotify or whatever. Follow in Flight. It is so progressive. It is like genty progressive, and it is, not gonna lie, it is a pretty fucking awesome song. Like 100%. It's a fucking great song. You should try checking it out. It's super cool. Alright, this one might also sound like a cliche here, but there was one particular track on the Tony Hawk's American Wasteland soundtrack. It was an absolute banger, and it is actually considered progressive. And that was the song Son of Pearl by An Endless Sporadic. And that song, I swear, it's like, whenever I used to play Tony Hawk's American Wasteland back on, was that the X360, I think it was, might have been, or maybe the PS2, I don't remember. But I would only want to listen to that particular song, Son of Pearl by An Endless Sporadic, because that actually is a progressive metal band. I don't know if they really do anything anymore, but they actually have a lot of bangers. You should check them out. Like, not just Son of Pearl, but their entire catalog, just really, really, really good stuff. And I highly recommend you try them out. So I couldn't get this image to look a little better. It's just, whatever. But anyway, Endless Sporadic, Son of Pearl, that's the next on this list. On to the next one. I think maybe a lot of people don't remember about this one, but this is just an image of Myst 4 Revelation. Classic game by Cyan Games. And Myst, when Riven, probably one of my favorite puzzle-based game series I've ever played. I've played this game since I was a kid, but there is actually a part in the game towards the end. There is a song by no other than absolute prog rock's treasure, Peter Gabriel. I have to remember the name of the song so you can look it up and all that stuff. But anyway, look it up. Yeah. Curtains is the name of the song off the Myst 4 soundtrack. Yes, you can't go wrong with Peter Gabriel. I mean, his days in Genesis, the early days of Genesis, the good days of Genesis. I mean, I'll give Phil Collins credit for some of the good songs that he did with Genesis when he took over, but the song is called Curtains of the Myst 4 soundtrack by, like I said, prog god, and prog rock's treasure, Peter Gabriel. So yeah, and if you never played Myst, I highly recommend it. They're really, really good games. I very much enjoy them. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit for these next couple ones, and probably the last in this, because this has been really hard to make this, but I did my best. But anyway, Quake, the soundtrack for Quake. Yes, I know, it's done by 9 Inch Nails, and 9 Inch Nails is a industrial kind of rock metal kind of shindig. But I'm just gonna put it on this list because the Quake soundtrack, the OG Quake soundtrack, is fucking badass. So yeah, it's a badass. It's a really good fucking soundtrack for as old as this game is now. Like 9 Inch Nails made a banger with this soundtrack. Yes, I know they're not prog, they're industrial, but I'm still gonna give it on this list because, like I said, I'm gonna cheat a little bit in this particular part right here. But the next one is going to be definitely a bit more progressive, and you'll know what it is when you see it. You just knew I had to put this one on here. I'm sorry, but not Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal soundtrack done by Mick Gordon is some of the most gentliest, progressive, metaliest, absolute banger fucking shit ever conceived in any fucking video game. And I really think that Mick Gordon deserves so much credit for making those two soundtracks absolute freaking bangers. Like I said, I wish I can put some music into this video, but I really freaking can't because I'd get copyright and shit, and I probably wouldn't be able to release this video. But yeah, Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 by Mick Gordon, absolute genty bangers. So this one definitely needs to go on the list, 100%, without a doubt. Well, honestly, that's all I could really think of for this video. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be like way more, but I just can't think of anything. But anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this long-awaited episode. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. I've just been kind of procrastinating and posting a lot more gaming videos. A lot more. But anyway, that's going to be the end of Prog Talk episode 15. I believe that is what it is, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 15 of Prog Talk. I might or might not make this my final episode. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to do another episode of Prog Talk, it's gonna take way longer than however long this video is gonna be. I mean, this video, honestly, is probably not gonna come out until like June, and it's April, so it's gonna be several months before this video comes out. But thank you so much for joining, ladies and gentlemen. If you be so kind. No, doesn't work. Okay. Well, anyway, like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, once again, on. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for Prog Talk, episode 15. Like I said, probably my last episode, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe there's another one coming in the future, but I don't know. But anyway, if you be so kind, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button right down below, hit the bell icon so notified of all the fun so to press you right on my channel. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for Prog Talk, episode 15. I'm Ben, your host without the most iron mustache. That is it for me. Thanks for watching. Adios.